Hello YouTube, this is Cosmic K here. I know I am just in my room alone, which is a little bit freaky, but I am recording YouTube on my phone for you guys. And my today's story is a recent story, which scared the living piss out of me. And that is the story of how I got caught with tobacco products or smokeless tobacco at school. It's the stuff you put in your lip, dip, whatever, chew. But it's not chew, but there's a big difference. Okay, so I'm only 13. I am not allowed to do this. It is basically a drug narcotic. Um, if there is some younger viewers out there who don't know what a drug narcotic is, it is basically like cocaine for a kid. So, yeah. So, I was at school, well, actually, sorry. The story begins. I was at home, I woke up average morning getting ready for school, and I spotted my brother's smokeless tobacco tub, or dip tub, whatever. And I was like, maybe I should get some. So there wasn't no cans, empty cans, dip cans, or smokeless tobacco cans around. So I got a bag and put it in the bag. So I went to school. I tried to dip in at the bus stop. I took it out, threw it away. Got on the bus. Everything was normal. Went to a gym and stuff and waited. Around 8th period, they called me to the office. This literally scared the piss out of me. Like, normally I don't get called to the office if I'm in trouble. So I'm thinking, what did I do? What did I do? I go up there. They have the SRO or cop there, big. So they have him up there. They make me sit down. Basically, he keeps an eye on me and make sure I don't try to sneak and get anything. So they searched my bags. Everything was good. They hadn't found it yet. And then they got to my trapper keeper. I was like, God damn it. Why couldn't I have left that at home? And for some of you who are religious and do not like what I just said, I apologize, but that is what I was thinking, and that was what was racing through my mind at that moment. So, I'm just telling the true story. So, they found it, and being the idiot I am, I said it was old, and that I had found it, and it was old. It was not old, it was still moist. Dip or tobacco, when it is not moist, it gets really dry. Like the tobacco leaves, like when they grow it and stuff and farm it. And the cop apparently had dipped and stuff. His name, I am not going to say for privacy reasons, even though I did not like him at that very moment because he had busted me. I still like him now, even though he had busted me, and I still gotten punished. I fucked up. It was my punishment. And I didn't let what I did ruin my relationship with him. But back to the story. I'm 13. Well, at this point, I was 12. Just about 4 months ago. 3, something like that. It was October. Mid-October. I just got off from fall break, something like that. And, yeah. What all I said before that fits in with that. And the principal, which I don't give a shit to say her names. Her name is Principal Williams. And I don't know her first name. Well, I do, but I ain't gonna give that out. There could be anybody named Principal Williams. So, she is a woman. I do not like her very much, but I can't hate her. It was my fault. You know, I shouldn't have had it. I know that now. It's my fault. But I mean, I still don't like her because she is mean sometimes, And I don't think anybody really likes principals in school. I know I don't right now. They're like the cops to me, which there is also a cop there too. So the SRO was only mandatory when my brother was in school, a little bit here and there. And then when my generation gets into school, they start keeping him there mandatory. And because of little fucktards like me, who bring basically drug narcotics or like cocaine for kids to school. And it was hard to get the punishment. My heart was racing. I was scared out of my mind, worried. Like, I could be facing a $800 fine here for court, you know. And my family did not have that much money at the time, because we are a middle class family, don't have that much money, only enough to get by and get maybe, if my dad saves up, get me some presents here and there. We do well. I mean, not, we're not rich, but we do well enough to get by and enough to keep me happy. I'm not dirt poor. I am decent, which I am grateful for. I would not want to be rich. I mean, it'd be nice, but rich people really don't have any friends. So, back to the story. My heart was racing. It was really scary. We did not have that much money, $800 at all. So, this was really hard on my mom, my dad, and me too, but not as hard as it was on them. Because they could have had to take a second mortgage on the house. Mortgage. So, to pay off the fine, which was $800. And it is, it was hard, but not as hard as it was hard on me, but it was just because I had never been punished by the court of law before. I have never felt the mallet of justice, basically speaking. I have only felt the justice of my parents, but they take it easy on me because I'm their kid, every parent, except for the crappy parents who don't give a fuck about their kids. Parents. And that's your parents who just don't give a shit and abuse their kids or abuse their wife or are just too fucking lazy to get a job to support the kids they made with their wife. But that was, it was a hard experience. And in the end, I only turned out getting, I went before the judge, and she was a woman. She actually took it really easy on me because I was pleading guilty. I was not going to plead unguilty because, I mean, it was my fault. Really my fault. All my fault. I had it. There's no denying it. There had to be really good evidence that I did not have it, which is not true because I did have it. So, I did not lie. I said I did have it. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Basically answering her questions with no, ma'am, yes, ma'am. And that's it, basically. And in the end, I basically just got to do a report. I finished that. It was $100 fine.